Hello everybody, welcome back to a new video today, talking about some more leak stuff. This video was supposed to come out a little bit sooner, my bad. I kind of procrastinated it, as of when I'm recording. I'll probably put the date too. I made this video a few days in advance, but it's time to talk about a little bit more leak stuff. I might throw in a tiny bit more of the extra leaked information I've learned recently at the end. I don't know yet. It won't be much. I probably won't talk about anything too crazy. Maybe some small updated details about Mechagodzilla and some trailer details and stuff. But I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to or not. There's not, because I was gonna say, there's not enough Mechagodzilla details to make a whole new video about him. But you know, I don't know. We'll see. I might just talk about some stuff at the end. Either way, I might just mention it just because I brought it up. But I think it's time to talk about the Ultimate Titan. I've kind of just referred to him as the Ultimate Titan. He does have a name, I believe. Let me look real quick. According to the one leaker who I've got some of the information from, he refers to the name as a Gigantuis, Titanus, Serpentituis. I'm not good at pronunciations, you know what? I am horrible with pronunciations. I'm actually using my laptop for once to actually aid me in my quest here. Because I'm gonna talk about some information about this, and so I think it'll be easier than usual. Because last time I was in my car, so I had to speak real quick, and people did complain about the fact I was speaking too quick and stuff. Understandably, you know, I know it was kind of hard to understand everything I was talking about. I'm just real quick typing this in real fast. Alright, so here's how, let me make sure it's all right. Okay, here's gonna be how Google translates the name. So
Gigantuis Titanus Serpentituis.
So I'm gonna play that one more time.
Gigantuis Titanus Serpentituis.
I'll probably write the name up on here, because I'm sure it's gonna confuse people. But that's the supposed name for this creature. To make it simpler, this is going to be based off the world serpent from Norse mythology. A lot of you guys might be familiar from him from God of War 4. I will first go over some historical mythology background with the character. And then I'll give some information about what he's going to have. There's not much about information going to be on him for the new movie. We do have some official information, sorta, and then we only have leaked information. That's the majority. But just real quick, I got a Wikipedia thing pulled up here. Wikipedia or something told me that how you pronounce this name is Urmongan. So that's just how I'm going to go with it. This is the name of it. It also means huge monster. So I'm gonna read just a little bit of this. In Norse mythology, Urmongan, pronounced, meaning huge monster, also known as the Midgard wolf serpent, is a sea serpent, the middle child of Gigantus, I cannot pronounce some of these, and Loki. According to Prose Edda, Odin took Loki's 3 children. The wolf from Rare, you guys are gonna make fun of me. I feel bad. I'm sorry for anyone who gets offended by this, but that's the wolf from Thor Ragnarok. It was one of Loki's children in actual Norse mythology, and it was in the movie. Hell, never heard of that name before. And Jormungand, the world serpent. Apparently he's Loki's kid, though. I didn't know that. And tossed Jormungand into the great ocean that encircles Midgard. The serpent grew so large that it was able to surround the earth and grasp its own tail. As a result, it received the name Midgard Serpent, or World Serpent. When it releases its tail, Ragnarok will begin. Jormungand's arch enemy is the thunder god, Thor. And as an example of, I don't even know what that is. Kind of interesting. In God of War 4, he didn't hold on to the end of his tail. I know Ragnarok was starting to begin, but according to this, as soon as he lets go of his tail, that's when Ragnarok will begin. So I guess that's just an overall basic summary of the Norse version of him. If you like more details, you can just get on Wikipedia or something. Real quick, I'm just trying to pull up some of this information. Okay, so now we're gonna get on to all the movie information that I have from leaks and such. I'm just pulling it up right now. So the first thing we have is official information from Godzilla King of the Monsters. The credits of the film talk about how there are new Titans being drawn to Skull Island. It's like it talks about how seismic waves and such are attracting these monsters. And I haven't really read all the little things on the side. But I know some of them, they talk about how there's a basically Mechagodzilla they're building under Skull Island. They talk about their seismic waves, something's going on under Skull Island. They don't really refer to exactly what it is. Then they make a big deal about this ultra classified Monarch creature, which is a level 6 authorization, which is major. I'm trying to read the fine print. This film may only be viewed by authorized personnel only. And I think that's just Spanish. But I'm going to show the picture. It's basically, you see in the back, a giant snake, like creature, a serpent. And it's a level 6 authorization for Monarch. The highest level authorization that we can get on the Monarch page is level 3. That's King Ghidorah and Godzilla, and they're only level 3s. And you know how King Ghidorah is about to destroy the Earth. So that's pretty crazy, the fact that this thing's a level 6. Now, on to more leaked information. I will just say, though, just a little back this up with a thing. Some people might say it's just a background image, but in the film, we do see throughout the actual movie, I don't remember if it's like this on the Monarch page, but you see when Serizawa has his iPad or whatever, and he's going through the pictures of all the Titans and reading them off and such. You do in fact see each of their skeletons and stuff, along with their names. I do believe that this is a sign that the reason we see this creature skeleton is because this is the creature that is in the image. I do think that all makes sense, even without any leaked information, that these are, that is the actual thing. A little bit more background information before I get into some more details about this. Apparently this world serpent, because I'm not pronouncing whatever the official name for it is, apparently it is in fact the reason King Ghidorah came to the Earth in the first place. I don't have all the details on this. What details I got on this from the leaks are super vague. I mean, super vague. It's not even funny. But for some reason, King Ghidorah came to Earth because he found out the world serpent was on this planet and knew how powerful it was. And apparently he came to Earth to try to, destroy the Earth before the world serpent could wake up. But he was met with resistance from Godzilla and Mothra, which ended up leading him getting stuck. So in a way, he was apparently, this world serpent apparently is crazy. I don't necessarily understand why he came to Earth to destroy it. What the big deal is, how he sensed it. I don't understand why. I just don't know why he would, need to. But, it's a very vague explanation. I'm just going to throw that in there, though, since this connects to it. Apparently, the reason King Ghidorah came to Earth was to destroy the Earth to kill this thing. So, now I'm going to get into some other tidbits I got. The first things first, I'm gonna read this from the quote. Here's a bit of a spoiler. I was late into that. Even took me as surprise that really could make this movie live up to its expectations. So there's an introduction of a new massive rival hyper alpha. The seismic events on Skull Island are happening because a creature underneath the island that's feeding on the Earth's core is starting to wake up, and seismic events are drawing more titans, and the more that come, the more this creature wakes up, which explains why the creatures are heading to Skull Island, all these creatures. That's why Godzilla heads to Skull Island. We all know he has more of a sense than anyone, or any one of the other titans, for sensing a monster's presence. That leads him to Kong facing off for the first time. Godzilla senses this rival alpha massive threat waking up and goes to investigate. So, basically that explains both why the creatures are heading to Skull Island in the first place, and why Godzilla vs. Kong kind of meet in the first place and fight. Some of the other leaks I have kind of go against this leak, which is weird. I have a leak that says, well, like, it doesn't mention this, so this could still be true, but it talks about how, like, Godzilla and them end up having their final fight because they're chasing down Mechagodzilla. I also know that part of the reason that this creature wakes up, apparently Mechagodzilla is going to fall into the Hollow Earth, and that's going to be kind of like the deciding thing. Don't know how that plays out. And after Godzilla and Kong fight, not going to give away who wins, but Godzilla somehow, someway is going to end up falling into the Hollow Earth himself. But before he goes, he's going to see the good and bad in humanity in Kong, but he is going to open up to more of a dark side, as in a way it's going to be humanity's fault for this thing waking up, because he will never be able to restore the balance of the thing wakes up because how powerful it is. They're talking about how this might turn Godzilla into the heel in Godzilla 3, because they're planning on making more movies with Godzilla after Godzilla vs. Kong, apparently. And I guess this thing just will destroy the balance. So basically it kind of pisses Godzilla off, and he it's kind of what's going to lead to him becoming bad. Him falling to the Hollow Earth too probably also aids waking it up. Doesn't give, I'm sure there's specific points you have to hit to wake it up, but plus Mechagodzilla falling in, you know, it's a huge thing. Now, he talks about some details about it. I hear that this thing is monstrous. It's the biggest threat that Godzilla has ever faced. Twice the size of King Ghidorah in length and height. We're talking about 850 feet to 1,000 feet tall. And 1,700 to 2,000 feet long. That is fucking massive, let me tell you. That is huge of a titan in the Monsterverse. Says, and this guy says apparently, I think this is just his guess. Yeah, like it even says guess. It's not just Godzilla and Kong teaming up, it's all the monsters coming together to fight this thing. If you want my guess, this thing is going to kill. So basically, he just, here is just kind of, I'm not going to talk about this because he puts this as like a theory, because like he even mentions, because before this he mentions it's just kind of like an after credit thing. That's why we don't have a lot of details on it. So he's just talking about how he's assuming there's going to be some big destroy all monsters kind of end game event. So let's see what else there is. Okay. He also said Monarch knows about the World Serpent. It's the one they've kept in hiding from humanity and wants to continue to, but I'm 99% sure the movie ends with it awakening and Monarch realizing that it is truly awakening 100%. He's not the only person that I've seen talking about this giant thing waking up as an after credit scene. I do know, I've had multiple people tell me it's going to be an after credit scene. That's going to be after credit scene with this thing waking up. He has another thing here. I'm going to read this off. I'm just going to read the quote. actually answer your question in my earlier thread and deleted it because I was rambling. You have a great question. I truthfully do not know. It's at the very end. I wanted to give enough spoilers to get people interested, but not ruin it. After Kong and Godzilla team up and the Mechagodzilla fight is over, the destruction of Mechagodzilla on Skull Island completely awakens this thing. Here's what I know at the end of the movie. This thing awakens, and it's found by a scientist on Skull Island, trying to find out what is causing these seismic tremors. Now, when you see this thing arise from the darkness, it's intense. But the film rolls into an end credits at the peak of its arrival. We have an end credits scene for a setup to another blockbuster that teams another huge showdown. All the Titans left alive, all the artillery that the Earth has, alongside Godzilla and Kong facing off against this thing. Last kind of opinion, like he's like, this fucking happening, Monarch, and he gives the name Monarch gave it. Now actually reading that, this goes along with what the other leaker was saying. I just reread this and realized, cause it threw me off when he was saying that Kong and Godzilla will meet on Skull Island randomly and fight, but I was kind of told, like even the leaker kind of told me, my other source, and this one looks to be the same. Sounds like the first battle, possibly, and the final battle are both going to take place on Skull Island. Kind of weird how they'd have two different battles on there. But the final battle is basically going to be Kong Godzilla. Finally, just to give a brief thing, this is some more Mechagodzilla information too. Basically, Mechagodzilla, I'm not going to give a ton of Mechagodzilla information right now, but Godzilla and Kong are chasing him throughout the movie, sometimes meeting, kind of fighting each other too. Finally, they kind of come to a point where they both run into him on Skull Island, and to get teaming up together, they destroy him and throw him into the Hollow Earth, which awakens this thing, because Mechagodzilla basically is the reason. So that's about all the information I have on this thing. I don't have too much more. It's supposed to be the end credits thing though, or somewhere around that. Either it's supposed to be end credits or I'm hearing both the end credits. I'm hearing leading up to the end roll. So I don't know. If I had to assume, it probably would be end credits. I mean, they could do end roll. I think end roll would be better. To hype it up, I would say, in a way, because not everyone's going to stay. It's not an MCU movie. I think it would be really cool, though, if the film just ends with Godzilla falling into the Hollow Earth. If they do it just right, oh, that could be such a tearjerker. Since I did promise earlier, I'm going to quickly mention some other information on Mechagodzilla and stuff, just real quick. Apparently, Mechagodzilla in the film will never be referred to as Mechagodzilla. He'll be referred to, I believe they said once, as Mechanized Godzilla. Kind of weird name, whatever. Apparently throughout the film, he will be referred to as Project Kiryu. I don't know, I didn't really like the sound of that, because Kiryu, to me, is Kiryu. There's no other Kiryu, it's just, that's the Kiryu. The rest are Mechagodzilla, or maybe a new name they want. Leave my boy Kiryu alone. I kind of hope to that extent it's not true, or they do it right in the movie. I don't know why that bothers me so much, but apparently Kiryu basically will be an AI in a way. Kind of be like, well, I'm saying Kiryu, but Mechagodzilla. Apparently, yeah, he will be like Kiryu, though. Ghidorah will be in control of him, and they'll have the Orca in him, and Ghidorah will be able to do alpha calls with the Orca, and Titans will join his side. And a bunch of Titans will turn against Kong, who will be King Kong. And basically, a bunch of Titans that he's proven his dominance over will turn against him. And he has to beat them to death or whatever. So same with Godzilla. A bunch of his Titans will turn against him. And that's when Godzilla and Kong will both try to chase Mechagodzilla down. And eventually they'll destroy him. I did hear he has the power to destroy, he has power enough to destroy humanity and Titans. I've heard that. I heard that in plot synopsis there's a weapon the humans make that can do that. Well, sounds like, yeah, there is in fact a weapon. It's gonna be Mechagodzilla. And I don't think I have any other information on Mechagodzilla. The only other tidbit I did hear the one leaker say that he is his source. Apparently, he's checking with them. There might be something about the trailer this Friday. He's saying that it could drop Friday. I don't believe that. He might meant something else, like they'll start teasing it Friday. However, he did say the Macy's Day Parade should be a big time for Godzilla. Apparently something big is going to happen there. Again, I don't know if that's true or not. Even if that's not true, I won't necessarily say that he's like lying or something. He said he heard that apparently they're planning something for Macy's Day, and he said there's a chance maybe that the CCXP will just be like them talking about the trailer in depth. You don't have to rush the trailer, guys. I can wait a little bit longer. I waited 5 years for King of the Monsters. I can wait like a couple weeks for a trailer. That's all I got for you guys today. I think that's pretty good information. There's not much on him, so. But I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please share, subscribe. And as always, peace.